Hi guys, welcome to Best of Guru channel, and in this video we have Manpreet Singh Kaur. If I am not wrong, she is called as Manpreet Kaur only. For me, as he is a Punjabi, I love Punjabis, and Manpreet is one of my good friends. Um, Manpreet has started her blogging with Phoenix Post, if I am not wrong, and she has been blogging since 5 plus years. And she has been into YouTube, blogging, everything she does. She is a book lover, dog lover, food lover, so many things. She is so excited, so enthusiastic. And one thing like Manpreet is she always keeps smiling. So that is what every blogger should learn from her. Whatever the situation is, she keeps herself very cool. And a little bit of Manpreet and me. This best of Guru, I have a feeling that whenever I start something, I used to do surveys, whether it is branding, logo, or something. I used to take opinions of my friends, and this best of Guru, after my wife, Manpreet is the one person behind choosing this name of the website or now the channel also. So she is the mother of best of Guru, somewhat. Uh, and coming to another thing, the first email I have ever sent to a blogger is Manpreet. Manpreet at the rate of Phoenix Post or something. She helped me a lot in initial days by giving such a good advice in blogging and all. I used to blog in Blogspot, but she encouraged me to go into WordPress platform. So I am very thankful to her, and I am very thankful to her to have in our channel. And so nice of you, Manpreet. Welcome to Best of Guru.
Thank you so much. It's actually an honor to have you acknowledge all of that. I was just trying to, you did all of it by yourself, and you did your own research and you did your own hard work, but it's still very sweet and very amazing that you are giving me the credit for that. So thank you so much for that. And it's really an honor to be here and, talking to you over here and discussing this.
Yeah, thank you so much. So whatever maybe, see, first persons are first persons in our life. First bike or first mobile, first website, everything first friend in blogging. So we can't forget those memories. And for our audience, please tell me about yourself, Manpreet.
Okay, so I am not quite old, I would say. I'm a 26-year-old girl who is blogging since she was in college. So back in 2014, I started my blog called phoenixpost.com, and I was blogging about my experiences as a college girl. I loved food and I loved, experiencing and learning new things. So I started blogging about that, and I also loved books, so I started doing book reviews, and I got quite a bit of recognition. My favorite authors were retweeting me. Paulo Coelho also retweeted my book reviews, and they were liking what I was doing. Soon after, I really started thinking about starting a YouTube channel, because public speaking is one of my passions. So I really wanted to, express myself through the medium of videos. So I kept thinking of what should my channel be about, for because see, Phoenix Post is a blog which is more of a passion project. It is a multi niche blog and not something everybody would recommend or anybody would go for when it comes to making money out of blogging and everything. So it's always been an exclusively passion project, and I never tried to monetize it much. But with YouTube, I wanted to get into the business side of it as well. So I put into a lot of effort and thought, what I want to do with YouTube. And then I feel like the obvious thing that came to me was I love books, and at that time nobody was talking about books. So business wise, it was still not an amazing decision, like walking into an untapped niche, and where people would be so skeptical about it, like who does book reviews or in video format, right? I was that girl who started, and people were like, oh my god, does this genre exist, and do people make videos about books on YouTube? And I would always say yes. So I was the first person in India who started this genre on YouTube, and now we have a big community of booktube going on, right? So right now I am also known as Indian BookTuber. I have a YouTube channel with over 50,000 subscribers, which is totally about books. So I discuss books, what I read, I do book reviews, I do book discussions, I do book recommendations. And apart from that, that has been my main thing. Apart from that, I also have a daily vlog channel where I just document my life, because professionally I'm also a digital marketer. So I've been into the online marketing profession ever since I got out of college. I passed out as an IT engineer, and I did have offers from several MNCs, but coding was not something I loved. I loved marketing, so I just moved towards that stream, and I've been working as a digital marketer ever since. And with my vlogs, I try to just bring all of it together: my blog, my booktube channel, my life as a digital marketer. So that is what my vlog is about. So that's pretty much what I do.
And guys, I don't like actually reading books, and I want to tell one thing about Manpreet. When she started YouTube, and she sent me the link of her YouTube, she asked me to check it out. When I saw that YouTube channel, I was really scared. This is a book channel, and I hate books. To be frank, I learnt all WordPress and all watching YouTube videos. Even blog interviews also, I don't read much. I will only go through synopsis. First time in my life, I read one book from Manpreet YouTube by seeing her channel, because I don't want to disappoint her, because so I tried my best to watch all the way to the end. What is that review and all? So she does very well. You can please watch her channel. She will make you very interesting while watching those videos and all. It is not boring. That is the major advantage. And Manpreet, what you say about women bloggers? See, women bloggers are very reluctant to start blogging, especially in India. We are very reserved or something like that. How you came to blogging? What roadblocks you have faced as a woman?
Honestly, my story has been not quite challenging, in the sense that, see, this is an overall society issue in India. So women are generally not encouraged much to pursue certain professions. And with me, I think the only roadblock was, I remember, like, I was placed in these companies, and then one day, I'm the kind of person who would just talk it out, right? If I'm thinking something, I'm speaking that thing. I don't care who is the person standing in front of me, I'll just speak. It's not just that I would share something with somebody close to me. If I am thinking this thing, I would just tell it, okay? So I was just thinking, okay, I have been placed, and that was something, I was really working on. So the placements are done and everything, but I didn't want to, go and join the IT profession. And I wanted to pursue blogging and also my digital marketing, and combining the incomes from those two, I personally felt like I could manage, right out of college. I would have roughly earned the same amount of money that I was offered by those companies. And at this time, I was not even like finished with my engineering. I still had one semester left. So I go to college, and to one of my professors, I'm just like, I am thinking of not joining any companies, and I'm going to pursue my blogging and all digital marketing stuff. So this professor got so angry, and his reply was, in Hindi, I would quote, "मत करो तुम नौकरी, तुम घर पर बैठ के बर्तन मांजने जोगरी हो." So that is more like a mix of Hindi and Punjabi. So basically, what he meant was, leave the job, do not take up the offer, and you are only good for washing utensils in the house. And that was said in a very derogatory manner. Personally, I feel like washing utensils is a very therapeutic task, so I would love to do it. But he said it in a very derogatory manner, and that was, that was the only thing that kind of hurt me at that time. But I'm the kind of person, you throw a stone at me, I take that stone and I'll make a castle out of it. So I took that comment and I made it like my agenda of my life for next few years to prove that professor wrong. And I did. I am currently earning much more than my, peers that would have earned, are earning by pursuing that traditional path and taking up those job offers and climbing up the corporate ladder. So that was my only roadblock. I have been very lucky that I have had parents who, and even friends. I have a very small circle of people I actually connect with, and my friends and my parents have been very, very supportive towards me in that sense. So I feel like, even though there is a problem in Indian society where women are not encouraged to take these unconventional paths, career paths, some of us are still lucky that our parents, our friends are actually understanding enough to support us with this endeavor.
Yes, yes. You are one of the strongest women I have ever met on blogging world. You are very frank and straightforward person, and very transparent also. That is your strength. And I am seeing some books behind you, Manpreet. Are they? Did you purchase, or you got some gifts from others?
No, most of these are purchased by me. I do get a lot of, like, I did get a lot of books as gifts, but after a point, in the blogging world, a lot of things look very attractive from the outset. A person might think gifts are so like, oh my god, you got free books, oh my god, you got free stuff, but there are a lot of obligations attached to it. I do not like. So I do not really accept gifts in that manner. Some of the books are sent to me by my subscribers. Like if I have a birthday coming up, or if I have some sort of like my channel anniversary coming up, they send me gifts. But otherwise, I do not accept gifts. And all of these books have been purchased by my hard-earned money.
Thank God, I want to send you something in the form of a book. Whenever I want to gift you, I will gift you a book. That is what I thought. Luckily, I have not sent any book. Coming to books again, what is your favorite book, and which books you recommend for our audience? Because you are a good book lover.
That's a really tough question, because I feel like when it comes to recommendations, every recommendation has to be different, because every person is different and the phase they are currently going through is different. So depending on that, the book that would click with them would be different. So I could recommend you my current favorite at the time, but that might be a book you would not like at all. And maybe in a different situation in your life, you would love that book. So I would say, if you are looking for recommendations, true recommendations, you should really think about, what is your mindset at the moment, and what are your likes and dislikes at this moment, and then pick up a book. For in general, I would say I have been loving this book, which is called The Nightingale by Christian Hannah. It's one of my recent reads, and it's about these two girls who are sisters, and they are in the middle of war. It's an historical fiction novel. So they are so the Nazis, the Germany has invaded into France, and these are two sisters in different parts of France trying to just survive in this situation. And do the story goes with that, and there are lots of interesting things that happen that I would not like to divulge. But yes, that's basically my favorite book at the moment. But they change every time, so they keep changing.
So coming back to blogging again, see, if I am a housewife, for example, I want to start a blog. I don't know anything about blogging, or nothing about online things. So what type of tips you give for a new or emerging bloggers if they want to make blogging as their career?
Personally, I would say at this time, what is really working is video. So I would recommend everybody to consider video blogging instead of just blogging. So the difference is that when you talk about a blog, you talk about a website. You have to purchase a domain, hosting, and then start writing articles. right? And even technically speaking, growing a blog is much more difficult than growing a video blog. And at this time, videos are, there are obviously drawbacks, I would say. A hardcore blogger would say, when you video blog, you are not blogging on your own property. You are leasing the property. For example, if you put up your videos on YouTube, YouTube actually owns all of those videos, and you run the risk of losing all of those videos one day. They can just ban your channel one day. They can ban you from YouTube one day. But I feel like that's a risk that you can take and you should consider taking, because YouTube is actually a career to many, even in India. So I would recommend, as a housewife, you should definitely go for video blogging and even like start documenting your daily life. Even that is so popular these days. There are so many women out there who are just, documenting the simple stuff. Just like there are women who live in villages and they are documenting their village life. There are women who are documenting their life as mothers. And if you are a professional, if you have gone for some sort of professional course, or if you have a different skill, you could really start a video blog teaching people that skill that you know. So that is what I would recommend when it comes to blogging as of now.
Yeah, coming to YouTube, so you started BookTuber, and then also, guys, if you want to follow Manpreet, you have to check it out. Life of Manpreet, her very good YouTube channel. You can have everything about Manpreet over there. And Manpreet, what made you to start Life of Manpreet, and what videos you do there?
So on Life of Manpreet, I do vlogs. Basically, I document my life. My life mostly consists of making food or eating the tasty food that my mother makes for me, and playing with my dog, and then doing my regular digital marketing stuff, and also planning out for my other channel, Indian BookTuber. Why I started it? So there's a story behind it, and I feel like people would find inspiration in that as well. So Indian BookTuber channel, before it was Indian BookTuber, it was actually Manpreet Kaur, and that is where I used to post vlogs. So I would go and watch a movie, and I'll do a movie review, and that is something which just came into my mind originally. Okay, those things existed on YouTube, but me at that time, that was back in 2013, 14. I didn't know these things exist. I didn't know people do movie reviews or people can do vlogs. It's quite amazing how you can have those blinders on. Vlogging at that time was a huge genre in US, but in India, I didn't know about it. People didn't know about it. I, out of my own will, wanted to document, so I started making those videos. And I got this comment of a person who's like, who is interested in watching your videos. That was a very nasty comment, and a full hate comment, like the worst sort of hate comment. And I got so discouraged, because I was doing this thing that nobody had ever done before, according to me, and I was doing something very different, and I got so discouraged. So one day I just deleted all of my videos. I had like 20-25 videos, and I deleted all of them. And I just, didn't do this vlogging for 1.5 years. I actually started working on my channel about books, and that was really getting good reviews from people. And I was like, maybe this is the right thing to do. After a while, once I started BookTube, and once the authors were praising me, so many people from my circle were praising me, and I still was getting hate comments. Then I realized that hate comment wasn't really, a feedback, something that I should consider in my life, and something that that should get to me. So I started again. I started making videos, and that was a time in my life when I was moving from here where I live in Punjab, Batinda. I was moving to Delhi. So I started vlogging that journey, because that was something quite amazing that I was doing. Because I just sat one day. I remember I was driving my scooty and my bike, and I was like, Manpreet, there's nothing new in your life now. Your college is done. You have a sort of stable job, and you have your good channel going. It's having good growth. You're reading books, but what's new? So I'm thinking, okay, let's move to a new city. And this small town girl has never been to a big city, okay? But I just thought about it, and in 4 days, I planned moving to Delhi. I arranged for everything in 4 days. I don't think Manpreet of now of 2020 can do that, but I did that back then in 2015. This was 2015. So I started documenting that, and that is how my vlogging channel came to be. I started documenting, and a lot of people have connected. I do not have a huge viewership on my vlogging channel because I really put an effort on keeping it quite like basic, in the sense that I just document my life and I don't focus on the growth techniques and everything, we bloggers do to grow our channel and to grow our, the whole business. That is something which I do on the Indian BookTuber channel. But this is quite basic. But I just started back then, and it just is something that exists out of sheer passion, just like my blog. I just have this thing about documenting my life. I love watching my own vlogs. I love documenting every single memory of my life, and that is why it exists.
And most of your videos are very natural. There are some funny videos also with your dogs. So I love those things. Whoever the pet lover, they have a very kind heart. To be frank, so why can't you go into Bollywood? You look very celebratic, charisma.
Actually, like, I haven't ever gotten on offer, but see, this is why my vlogs are funny. So recently there has been a change on my channel. I used to vlog in English on my daily vlog channel, and I just shifted to Hindi. So people have been coming to me with great feedback. Manpreet, they are even more fun, and I'm like, it's because now you can see the dramatic person I am. I'm always into drama. Even the small things, I'll present them as like these huge events, and people would laugh at it. And that is me in real life. So I'm always doing drama about something or something else. So that is who I am in real life. So
See, in
that is
our
how my
Tollywood,
vlogs.
Telugu industry is called Tollywood. So we have so many actresses coming from Punjab. So especially from Punjab. So all the top three, almost I think top two or top three heroines are from Punjab only. Kajal Agarwal, Mehreen Kaur. So you look like similar to those actors. Whenever I see you, why why can't she go for Bollywood? And coming to another point, you used to go attend so many events, na previously, but now I am not seeing those. Are you not getting time, or you are eliminating those, avoiding?
It's a mix of both. I actually moved back to. I was in Delhi when I was going to all of these events, and I actually moved back to my hometown, Batinda, that is in Punjab. And one of the reasons is that, and the second reason is I'm a very black and white person. For me, either somebody is good and something, or it's bad, right? I can't compromise with even a little bit of gray. So when I was doing all of these events, I would go to restaurants, and I would like be with these bloggers on the bloggers table, and it just I can't handle people not being totally honest with
Yeah, you
their
are a straightforward person. So people may think that she is very aggressive and arrogant or something like. But initially, I too thought like that. But she is very good at heart. Whenever you talk with Manpreet, na, you feel that you are so comfortable. Whenever you are distressed, stressed, just talk with Manpreet. You will be get cooled off. Such a nice person. But yeah, that is why we cannot judge people by looking with their face and all. And with a single interaction, we cannot judge them. So we have a lot of interaction since 5 years. So I know her very well. She is a nice person. I want to see more of you online in different ways actually. So you have a food blog, it seems, but you are not doing that.
not much. See, what I was talking about when I was doing this food blog, I had like really bad experiences on how people would just give 5 stars just for free food and all that. And I just don't like be in the same room with all of those people. So I was like,
You
It's
just get
impossible.
irritated, it seems, whenever somebody gives something about what you do. I think you will, if you have stick, you will beat them.
But it's just like, it's impossible to pick fights with everybody, and especially Delhi wala people. So you don't fight. It's just
Yeah, luckily I have so many Delhi bloggers. You are the only person I have in Punjab, so I am handling very carefully because you are handled with care person. Very very tough to handle you. So excited. So see, whenever we talk to it, all every time she used to be very very active, so energetic. I don't know what she eats. What is her stamina secrets and all. 24 into 7 she will be looking like this only. And what about fashion, fashion blog? You got one fashion lifestyle one?
not exactly. So I do cover all of it on Phoenix Post. See,
Hmm.
basically what I do is document. I feel like fashion is a very important part of somebody's life. How you dress up impacts a lot on how people perceive you. If you walk into a room, whether you will be noticed or not, it depends on how you dress up. Whether you will be given a job offer in an interview or not, it really depends on how you dress up and present yourself. So because of that, because I give importance to fashion and all of this in my actual life, there are blogs about it. There are things that I talk about a lot. So fashion is somehow a part of my vlogging and blogging, but it's not. But I haven't had a specific fashion blog.
Yeah, you are into YouTube now, and I think blogging is not a good thing for you, it seems. You love YouTube so much. So I want to ask you a single question: how you get subscribers, viewers, and when I start a new YouTube channel, for example, if I am starting today, so what steps I have to take to get viewers, subscribers, and also how to manage my YouTube regularly and consistently? What type of things I have to keep in mind?
I think number one thing you need is to decide a niche for yourself, and that niche shouldn't be too small or too big. Okay, so for example, booktube is a very good niche. Is something which I love doing, right? And I would always do booktube, but I would not recommend it to somebody who is looking for growing a YouTube channel into maybe 1 lakh subscribers, 2 lakh, or maybe 1 million subscribers, because it's a very small niche. So you have to decide on a niche to make sure your channel is unique, and your channel is something that people can recognize. They should be able to tell what you talk about, what are the videos you make, just by looking at your channel. So you have to really stick to a niche, but pick a bigger niche, as in something which a lot of people are interested in. So that is number one thing you need to decide before you start your YouTube channel. And even if you have started, you can decide any day to have a niche. For example, I follow this Canadian YouTuber, and earlier she was so she's from Turkey, I guess. So earlier she was making videos in regional language, okay, and she was doing good. She was at like 1,000 to 3,000 subscribers at that time. And then she moved to Canada, and she started she's also a digital marketer, which is why I follow her. So she started making videos about digital marketing. That happens to be a very popular niche, and her channel has grown into like 30, 40,000 subscribers in just 1 month. So that is a possibility out there on YouTube, because there are so many people on this platform. So if you are able to pick a niche and pick a good niche, then you will be able to shine on YouTube. And when it comes to making regular videos, I feel like you need to have a schedule, that this is when you need to be posting videos. For example, I post my vlogs on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and time also at 6 p.m. So that is my schedule. And once you stick to that schedule, right, once you are consistent, the platform itself, it has an algorithm that really appreciates the people it could rely on. So if it relies on you, if you make the algorithm believe that you can that it can rely on you, and that you are a very disciplined, punctual person, then your channel will get a push. And it happened with me with my booktube channel. So I was making videos on and off for a while, and then I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, this is something that could really work, right? This book channel
That is
also could
very
work.
innovative,
So
actually.
I set myself a sorry.
Yeah, booktubing is very rarely done. So you have very good edge on that. You should continue that booktubing.
Yes, definitely. So after 1,000 subscribers, I set myself a schedule, right? And I was posting videos every odd day, and I did it for 2-3 months, and I was at 10,000 subscribers
Good.
so soon. The growth was so rapid, even with the niche that is, you can say it's already very crippled because of a small audience, because of such a niche audience. Still, the growth was so much. So that is what consistency does to you as a blogger. If you are very very consistent on YouTube, you can grow to lakhs and lakhs of subscribers very soon. But you have to be patient as well, because this is the thing. It's something I also struggle with. Sometimes I get too impatient and I'm like, okay, my channel is not good. Maybe I won't post videos for a while. That is not something you should do. If you are feeling like quitting, you need to keep going. This is the time when it will count. So keep going and keep making videos, and you will be able to, actually grow your channel this way. Patience, consistency, and a very particular niche.
Hmm. What tools you use, and also what equipment you use for your vlogging?
So right now I do have professional cameras, but I would not like to begin with that, because a lot of people get discouraged and they think I don't have this DSLR 30-40,000 rupees camera. For example, my equipment right now is of like 2.5 lakh approximately. I use a MacBook Pro for editing. I have a Canon M50 for my vlogging, daily vlogging, and I have a Canon 200D for my Indian BookTuber channel. Then there goes the mic, there are lights, there is editing software. All of that sums up to 2.5 lakh approximately. But what you need to note down is that is not how I started. I started with my phone, and I was vlogging with my phone for a long while, and
I
I
saw your first
gradually
video.
added up the equipment, right? So that was shot on my phone, all on my phone, and I just like, I didn't even edit my first video, and it was just shot on the phone and I just posted it. So you can start with that, and I would urge you to start with that, because if you are waiting for gathering that equipment and gathering the whole courage and everything, you'll never be able to actually make videos.
Guys, if you watch Manpreet first video, you will really get shocked, because her mobile is, that video is really horrible. And from that stage, and now you see Manpreet's latest video, very rapid improvement, and she is doing quite well. And this is what you should follow, because whenever you stop doing things and you feel bad at yourself, and you feel very low at yourself, that will really hurts you. So Manpreet is such a person. She is very strong at heart, and very strong willpower. So that is what makes you should keep your mind very strong enough, and positivity attitude also very important. So you should not consider negative comments on your YouTube. That is what I did on my gaming channels. So I had a gaming channel, and I had around 1,000 for 1,500 viewers, sorry, subscribers. Due to my accent, because most of them are foreigners, so they used to comment on my accent. What is this worst language? What he is speaking? I don't understand. Those type of comments will come. There are positive comments also. Why are you thinking about his accent? Why can't you check his content? It is good, na? He is saying something about the game and tips, guides. So those type of things we should take into account. That is how we can grow into YouTube. That is how Manpreet has come this far. Manpreet, and what about monetizing? How much you are earning from YouTube?
I mean, I wouldn't give
Actually, it
you
is
the
a
exact.
tough question. I don't want to see how much you are earning. Just for satisfaction or some confidence to youngsters.
I think I already divulged that detail in the beginning itself. That when even like in 2015, when I was just getting out of college, I was earning as much as, a beginner engineer, software engineer can earn in an MNC. So since then it has grown, and honestly, with vlogging, a lot of people think of like a very the idea is you will earn lots of money and it would be a stable income, which is not so. Some months, for me, so I also have a job, right, a marketing job. For some months I earn more than double of what I earn from my job, from my booktube channel only. And some months I don't even earn half of it, so it really fluctuates, but it's still a comfortable income for me. It's still my side income. My actual income comes from my job, but sometimes my side income is more than what I earn from my job, so that also happens. But it's a comfortable income that one could survive.
Yes, whenever you start YouTube, you should start with passion and don't worry about any income and all. It will automatically will come. Okay, and any final thoughts? Now, before that,
So
one more
because
question. One more simple question. You are a very free bird. You used to travel here and there whenever you get time. Now, what about this pandemic situation? We are in lockdown for 40 plus days. How you are managing your time and your situation with your family and all?
that's the toughest at this moment. There were so many plans, and there were so many series I had planned for my vlogging channel, and there were so many growth plans that were really dependent on me traveling around the country, and it's not happening. So it's really something sad. And honestly, I wouldn't like to say I'm this happy go lucky person and I'm like, okay, so many sad things happened and lots of plans got cancelled and lots of uh, uh, right now it's not the right time to get a lot of sponsors as well. So a lot of the sponsors have cancelled on me. A lot of monetary issues have also come up. But I would say it is happening with everybody. So you are bound to be sad about it. You will be sad about it for a couple of days, but then the work must go on. So for me, yes, I'm a bit sad about not earning as much as I was earning in February, March. But I think it will just, it's a crisis that will pass, and after that, we'll be back to normal. And
It
it may
is
not happen.
just like a passing clouds.
Yes, it may not happen very soon
Yeah.
because of how it looks like at this moment, but you will be able to get over it, and maybe this will give you a perspective. For example, a few days back only, I was doing this cost cutting procedure, and I talked to a friend about, like we were sharing the software. So I was like, I'm thinking about canceling this subscription. Are you still using it? And then this person was like, what's happening? I'm just like, this is a regular cost cutting thing that I do. So that is something I always used to do. So this friend was like, wow, this is a brilliant idea, at this time to do this cost cutting. And a lot of people just do not think about it, like so many small subscriptions you have: Netflix, Shutterstock, Amazon Prime, then you have your business subscription, Canva, Epidemic Sounds, like tons of subscriptions. And sometimes you don't need all of them, right? So you can cancel and save some money. So I feel like that is one thing this COVID situation has taught me, as in I already was doing it, but now I'm doing it even more seriously. So I'm taking all of this as a an opportunity to learn and to develop my personality even further, and to just learn how to cope with difficult situations. I feel like we living in this century, our life has been very comfortable, right? We have been I have been lucky enough to be provided for by my family. My parents gave me a comfortable lifestyle, and I had my comfortable education and everything. So we haven't seen much difficulties. And at this time, if this COVID situation is going to tell us how to deal with difficulties, which is what it is doing to us, I think it's your choice to either really feel bad about it and be obsessed about it, or take it as a learning opportunity for your self development. That is what the latter is what I am considering for myself. So I'm taking it as an opportunity. Yes, there are sad days, and I want it out there, because a lot of people are like, you shouldn't be sad and everything. You will be sad. Bad things are going to happen, and they are happening, but this will pass. So, be motivated enough, be sad, give yourself time to be sad and, to process the situation, but stay motivated as well.
That is a good tip, actually. Any final thoughts?
It depends on your audience. I feel like if the people watching are looking forward to start blogging or video blogging, I would encourage you to do it right now. Like, do not even waste one day. Like, I'll start on Monday or I'll start tomorrow. Start right now, because that's how you you get things done. That's how I got things done. Even now, see, I have so many ideas, and the only ideas that have not been implemented are the ones that I thought I would do from Monday. Okay, that Monday never came. So I said, no matter what sort of resources you have right now with you at this moment, start with those resources and start now, and keep doing it. You have to continue doing it. I feel like in this blogging world, there are people who are skeptical, and there are people who will show you big dreams. In 1 month of blogging, you can earn $10,000, $20,000. I mean, I haven't ever gone and seen these people's statements, and there are judgments you can make, and I feel like you should not believe in all of those claims. Half of those are fake, and 50% of them have done it with a huge amount of hard work. So anybody thinking it's possible to do it in a day or two, it's just not true. Nobody is an overnight success. They have been working on it for a long time before they became your overnight success. So you also, if you want to be successful, you have to put in the effort, put in the hours, and do so without expecting anything out of it. So if you think you are ready to do that, if you can do that, then you are all set for becoming a successful blogger or video blogger, and you should go for it right now.
Okay, thank you so much, Manpreet. I am really thankful to you because I don't have any words, because I felt very happy when you told yes, chalo do karenge bolke. So it is very tough to convince people nowadays to get into video interviews. So those are very tough. See, I feel very shy facing these cameras and all. I never face cameras, so for me it is a different experience, and I am really thankful for you again. Thanks for coming to Best of Guru channel. Have a nice day. Stay home and stay safe.
Same to you. Thank you so much for having me. And it was truly an honor, and I feel like I really hope that this interview has helped out your viewers in some way and entertained them in some way. And it was a pleasure being here.
Yeah, thank you so much, and it is really a nice interview. We have learned so many things from you and your story and your many interesting things. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.